Welcome to What the Wrestling, the podcast where you break down the biggest moments, hottest takes, and the wildest stories from the world of pro wrestling. Whether you're a diehard fan or just stepping into the squared circle, we're here to give you the real scoop on everything happening in the ring.
I'm your host, RJD, and we're about to take a ride through the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Get ready for all our hot takes, deep dives, and all the wrestling you never knew you needed.
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join What the Wrestling family so you never miss an episode. Now let's step into the ring.
You're listening to the What the Wrestling podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is. AEW. AEW, good, the bad, and the ugly. We are about to get into it. Let us not waste any more time. Let's go. Yes. It's I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling. This is your AEW review, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Man, AEW, man. We like AEW. First of all, stop the goddamn show, hit the like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Rolling across the bottom of your screen. Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. What the Wrestling. All right. So, listen, we like us some AEW. I know AEW has been getting a lot of hate. Where's my light? AEW has been getting a lot of hate recently. A lot of people are angry. A lot of people not feeling AEW right now, and that's okay. Listen. We wasn't feeling Monday Night Raw for years, right? And we suffered through it, and now the greener pastures ahead. So we're not gonna sit here and dump on AEW. We're just gonna say we're gonna get better, and we've gotten better. So I'm not gonna sit here and be upset. We've gotten better. So what I will say is I'm happy this show was good, decently paced. Always good wrestling with AEW. The problem with AEW is the stories are just not lacking. There was a segment I liked with everybody in it. Obviously, Kyle Fletcher. If I was Tony Khan, I'd let Kyle Fletcher win the whole damn thing. Continental Classic. I love the Continental Classic. We'll get into the bad, which was that Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal. I'm confused. Not even like it was bad. I'm just confused as hell. What the hell's going on there? But other than that, decent show tonight. Oh, 2 nights ago. Decent show. Let's start off. Kyle Fletcher, Shelton Benjamin started the show. Shelton Benjamin, shout out to this brother.
It's over 9,000.
We got a roll up. We got a roll up from Kyle Fletcher, cheating, holding the ropes, and he gets the win here. Shelton Benjamin throwing Kyle Fletcher. I mean, we forget Shelton Benjamin is 50, and this brother is. We're not gonna just roll past him like he wasn't very. I think he was a championship wrestler. I think he was a wrestler. Him and Brock are really cool. We're not gonna act like he wasn't a savage before he got into pro wrestling, but he's just a freakish athlete. I mean, he's way more jacked now at 50 than he was 10, 15 years ago. And that's fine. I mean, everybody gets older with age, but he's a freakish athlete, strong, and we're not going to sit here and act. We're going to give Shelton Benjamin his flowers now. He's looked better in AEW in his short stint. He's looked better here than he has in WWE in the past 15 years. Since like the gold standard days when I was like a teenager. It's crazy. So I'm happy he's getting some burn. I'm happy he's getting some light. We don't want him to lose too much, but you know, it's a tournament. People got to lose. Kyle Fletcher cheated, and they were mad at him in the back. He beat up some cameramen. Shelton Benjamin beat up some cameramen. Bobby Lashley beat up some cameraman because he was mad he lost. MVP was pissed off, and he was just like,
Nope.
We're not having that. That's not what we do, man. That's not what we do. So this was good. Good match. I like the Continental Classic. It mirrors the G1. That's where they got the concept from. And I love the Continental Classic. I love it every year. All right. So now we get to the bad. The Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal. I thought, first of all,
You stupid.
I don't know if it's me, okay? Could be me. But I thought that the winner would get MJF. I didn't think there'd be two winners. They fight, and then the winner of that gets MJF at the pay-per-view. So I'm confused. Because one year it was whoever wins gets the ring. The next year it was whoever wins fights MJF, and then they see who gets the ring. Then the next year it was something different. So they changed the rules every year, which was fine. I mean, we even had a little bit here where the crowd was like, let them fight or keep fighting or something like that, because the crowd was confused. So we had Lance Archer, Brian Cage, MJF, and Kyle O'Reilly at the end. Good to see Kyle O'Reilly getting some burn. He was hurt for a long time. Good to see him back. Kyle O'Reilly, extremely underrated. Love him from the Black and Gold days. I wish we could have had all of those guys, the Undisputed Era, over here, but I guess, Bobby Fish, things going on, whatever. But it's fine. Cole and O'Reilly kick out Lance Archer and Brian Cage with super kicks when they were on the apron. And those guys go out, and they will fight each other, and the winner gets MJF at World's End. So that's done. Backstage, we had Mercedes Moné Torre, not to say Camille's name, and then said her name 3 times herself. She's pretty much about to get rid of Camille, which, you know what? Great. So Uno tried to form an alliance with Cole before taking him down. So it's a dub for that. It was interesting to see Action Andretti and Rush Wing matching gear. That was different from Top Flight's gear because that all happened during that. Okay, great. And then we have Max Caster versus Swerve Strickland. This was a glorified squash. Max Caster came out with a rap. I'm going to put this back on the good. Max Caster came out with a rap. Billy Gunn and his tag team partner were backstage like, listen, you need to take this serious. I don't know what the hell is going on with you. Looks like Max Caster is about to have a heel turn. He's getting the crowd to hate him again. So looks like that's going to happen sooner rather than later. As well as on the pay-per-view, the whole tag team match was about Bowens not on the same page with Max Caster. And he's now saying he's the best wrestler alive. Bowens told him to go out there and prove it, and then he got swerved, stomped about. He got house called about 3 times, pinned. Then he got swerved, stomped for good measure, and that was all she wrote. So Renee backstage. We love Renee Paquette. Her backstage with these guys, hilarious. But I am liking the slow burn of Max Caster turning to the dark side, which is probably gonna happen because it's gonna get us to care. Because we're gonna end up hating Max Caster. We're gonna like Anthony Bowens, and Max Caster is gonna do something dastardly to Anthony Bowens. And listen, he's got the mic skills. He can talk. We know he can rap. He can talk. And we're not going to sit up here and say like he can't go and he can't wrestle. this is something that's going to help propel him. Maybe we'll see how high he can take it. So doing something with him is better than doing nothing with him. Both of these guys can wrestle their asses off, and maybe they split to eventually come back together down the line. But see what you can do with the young brother. He's young, he's big, he can talk shit, which is what everybody likes. Everybody loves a good shit talker. So let the brother go. Let him go and see what he can do. And he's got the rapping. And if he can, keep rapping, you could always use the rapping to talk shit about people. Also, the good, Pac, the bastard, versus Jay White. MJF had a video package before this talking about he's going to be Cole and O'Reilly, mocking both of them. That happened. Then we had a very good match between Pac and Switchblade. Wheeler Yuta got involved with this at the end. He Psycho kneed Mr. Jay White after he fought out of the Brutalizer. Barely, he just fell and fought out of the Brutalizer. He gets back in the ring after getting kneed in the face. He throws him right into Pac and right into his finisher. And that was all she wrote.
You stupid.
As Wheeler Yuta looks like a dum-dum. He ran right into the Blade Runner, and that was all she wrote. They started beating up on Jay White, but he started to fight back. But after the fact, we had a cameraman. No, actually, we had people come in, and then we had what's this guy's name? Marina Shafir came in. Then John Moxley came in for Marina Shafir ran interference. John Moxley came in and started beating him up. But after they went outside, there was a cameraman who took a cord and wrapped it around John Moxley's neck. It turned out to be Orange Cassidy. Crowd goes crazy. And then you had Hangman coming down, and they were staring at each other. And Switchblade fights back, and then Orange punch to everybody. Orange punch to Moxley. Then we had the Hangman hit his buckshot lariat. And after that, the heels went running away. They went running, and you had Christian sitting right there. He was right there with the notebook, like. He was right there with the cash in, the cash in guaranteed contract, the AKA the Money in the Bank for AEW. He was right there with it, and Christian is the perfect person to have that, with that smug look on his face, like. So that was good. Also, notable moment earlier in the show, we had Hook come out, and young Nick Wayne concertoed Hook's arm. So I don't know if this is a story to write Hook off or whatever, but Hook might be out of commission for a little while. And then we had Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford. Shout out to both of these ladies. They had themselves a good match. And the second half of this match was much more physical. They beat the hell out of each other. But Anna Jay gets the win after planting Penelope Ford right on her face. Mercedes Moné came out. She grabbed the mic after Ford. And she grabbed the mic and called out Moné. Moné came out. They almost got into a fight, but Moné acted like she had somewhere else to be. She avoided the fight, and that was all she wrote. Jamie Hayter did have a quick backstage talk as well, and she directed a promo at Julia Hart before they got into a match. So before the match between Anna Jay and Penelope Ford, she was like, Julia Hart, I came back to right wrongs. I didn't come back for you. And I just want to say something. Jamie Hayter was on top of the world before she got hurt. I mean, they had to be setting up a storyline between her and Britt Baker and Toni Storm. Like that trio right there, they were, before Toni Storm changed her whole thing into Timeless Toni Storm, that was getting good. And Jamie Hayter was getting genuine, oh my God, reactions. And it just sucks that she got hurt when she did. And then she was out for like a freaking year. Oh man, it just, Jamie Hayter was on fire before she got hurt. And it sucks. And it sucks when people get hurt and then it's like, not that they got to go to the back of the line. It just, man, because it's like, what could have been? Now, Toni Storm took over that and she ran with it. And then Mariah May took over that. And now Mariah May is just kind of there because there's no story right now. But, man, those, if she could get back to that, I don't know. It's going to take some time. They can get her back. It's going to take some time. But we'll see what happens. We got a returning vignette for Bandito, who is coming back soon. Bandito definitely broke his arm. I think he broke his wrist. And then they messed up the surgery.
You stupid.
I smell a lawsuit. And it didn't heal right. So they had to re-enter his wrist. And now it should be back to normal, which is crazy. How do you have surgery? They fix the wrist, but fix it improperly. It's crazy. It's crazy. So Bandito is on his way back. Good to see him back. Charismatic as hell. Very good in the ring. Strong, brother. Bandito's going to do big things in AEW. They're like, this roster is freaking stacked, man. Jesus. Like, just when you think there's one guy, it's like, it almost makes me think, I'm not even going to say it. I take that back. I'm not even going to say it. Not even going to say it.
You stupid.
Chris Jericho had a quick segment and plugged an appearance for Ring of Honor this week. That, I don't know if just not into the whole Jericho thing right now. Listen, Jericho is a mother effing legend. We're going to throw some respect on his name. I just think absence makes the heart go fonder. And Jericho, go take a hiatus for a while, bro. Go take a hiatus for a while and then come back around. I can't get it. Like, I get everything Jericho switches to, I can get behind and get into. And when everybody was talking shit about him, why would Will Ospreay fight him? Remember that a couple years ago? And then they had a freaking barn burner of a match. But then again, it is Will Ospreay. But then again, people are shitting on Jericho, and then he had to come out and tell everybody, put some respect on my name. I get it, but I just can't get into this learning tree stuff. I just can't do it, man. That's the ugly for this week. That's the ugly. And also back to the good, we had Brody King versus Claudio Castagnoli. I always say that wrong. Forgive me.
You stupid.
They had themselves a good big man match. Very strong brothers beat the hell out of each other. And at the end, we had a touch the ref, kick the guy in the nuts, neutralizer for the win. Claudio gets the 3 points. Shout out to Brody King. Shout out to Brody King, man. Good to see him on TV getting some burn as well. So, Brody King, but he gets the loss here as Claudio picks up the win with the neutralizer. Good fight between these two excellent big man pro wrestlers. And he's got 6 points, and he is now leading the league with 6 points. Continental Classic. I'm classic. You hear me? Classic. You hear me? I would run. Honestly, I'd give it to Kyle Fletcher. Last year, I think Eddie Kingston won. He fought his way back from behind. And, I mean, AEW's got so much talent, man. It's disrespectful. But that's what I would do. That's what I would do. If you're going to run behind Kyle Fletcher, let him run. Let's tell a good story, and let's tell him winning the whole damn thing. And that'll really teach people to get behind them. Not like the brother can't go. So let's see what they do. But that's all I got for you guys today. We got Smacketh of the Down tonight and Collision. We will probably be reviewing those, and then we'll probably do our first live stream this Sunday. So look out for that. Kind of excited to go back live again. Whether I get one person on or 1,000 people on, I don't care. I'm just glad to be back at it and glad to be talking about good old-fashioned pro wrestling. So with that being said, I am out. Everybody be safe. I'll holla at you. Y'all know what time it is. Bitch.
Dom DeMarco.